love you more. I love you more than you love me. We're buddies, aren't we? We are buddies. We are buddies. For sure, for sure. For a long time. I knew you before you were born.
Joy had a high-risk pregnancy with the twins. It was less than 2 years removed from her having a tumor removed from her spine.
They were born on January 8, 2004, and on January 25th, at about 5:45 in the morning, we got a phone call. He had necrotizing enterocolitis, which is a bacteria in his intestines. They did the exchange transfusion, took out all of his infected blood, put new blood in, and that turned it around. And they discovered that Carson had a bleed at some point, and they traced it back and felt like it was around that time in January, and the bleed ended in damage in the brain. They both were diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Kate's is very mild. He did therapy for a while. Throughout Carson and Kate's life, they've had multiple surgeries, various kinds. They've had numerous eye surgeries each. But they both were going to therapies multiple days a week. Then Kate started improving and progressing and caught up and with the rest of his peers, but Carson did not. So Carson continued with speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, and then soon we ended the speech therapy, and so now he does 3 days a week,
PT
and OT.
Well, Carson, he is a huge fan of Julie Andrews, and he wakes up at 4:30 every morning and sings on his iPad The Sound of Music and Mary Poppins. And also, he knows everything about the presidents. He can tell you anything from about George Washington all the way up to Donald Trump.
He is the oldest by a tenth of a second.
Oh, yeah.
He is a handful. He's very heavy. But he is a very, very nice person to be with.
I worked a pretty vicious schedule for the last 20 years, and last year in August, I walked away from that career and decided to do something different to have more time at home, partially because of Carson. His growth, he's so big now that it was wearing everybody out. I needed to be around to help lift him and help him to the bathroom, etc., but also to rebond with him. The last 6 months has been wonderful, and he and I have a really strong bond now, and he's more comfortable around more people, I believe,
Yes.
because of that.
This is the first year for the garage sale that he has actually participated with the community, with the people coming out. And usually he would come out and be in a corner and then get overwhelmed and we would have to leave.
It's so great to hear him carry on with the customers, and that's probably the thing I get most tickled about. He will be selling. Can I interest you in some jewelry, please, ma'am?
Sandy had started getting involved with our family when Joy got sick with her tumor, and would just show up unannounced. And Jake was a little guy, and she would bring him some kind of a toy and bring me something to eat. Once they came along, she was coming over to the house every day. It started out as a small garage sale in our front yard, and it was, I guess, a joint effort. It was Sandy's idea.
A number of years ago, Miss Sandy Jordan, who sort of adopted Carson and his family, thought it would be a good idea to have a garage sale. So they did that. In front of the house like normal on a cul-de-sac.
At first, this started out in my garage. And I remember specifically, I was very little at the time. Carson and Cade were very little. I think we made a total of maybe $300.
Sandy was not happy with the results of that garage sale. She said we need to do better. So she approached the elders of the church at the time, this is about 12 years ago. Could we do something like this? And they approved it, and it turned into something that is beyond belief. It's the largest thing of its kind in the 4-state area.
There are times that equipment we have, there's certain stipulations with insurance about
Walkers, wheelchairs.
how long the equipment should last for the child because of growth. And Carson is 13 now, and he's having growth spurts that are rapid, and so he is outgrown. Within 2 years, he's outgrown the wheelchair and the walker, and we still have 3 more years before insurance will approve to pay. Those can be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. So those are some of our expenses that this helps with.
We collect merchandise all year long, clothes, furniture, and we have people that store things at their house until they get a truckload, and then they call. We call them our pickers.
A lady has called us every year from Carthage, Texas. You having your sale? What are the dates? I'll be there.
We have faithful friends, dear friends that come from Dallas, the Lake Charles area that come and help us. The Jacksons bring their RV and they stay on the property, and they're the security during the night, you know, with all the things.
It has become the major ministry of the year, of the calendar for this church. The rewards from it are unbelievable. Not only in the exchange with people in the community and how much they gravitate to it and love what it's all about, but also the fact that we are not doing it just for Carson. Carson is the name and the young man that draws the people to us, but the reality is he is a giver, as this congregation is.
I think it's not just about me, but what I think we do here at the church, even though we're a small church, Joe Daddy always says this, even though we're a small church here at Southern Hills, we can help a person without a doubt. Because we love helping people and we love doing just that.
And over the years, we have donated over $50,000 worth of goods to 7 different agencies, one taking children's goods all the way to Africa. The family has been richly rewarded for this, the church, and the church is our family. The first time we ever did $5,000, we all thought we were going to pass out. We could not believe. And then we did $25,000, but we did 15 before that. We've done 20 twice since then. This year we will probably top 15.
At first, it was about money because that's what we were trying to do, raise money for Carson's medical bills. And now it's turned into something that's completely different. The sale now is more like a reunion for people from all over. I mean, people from out of state come to the sale.
In a time when we hear so many bad things about our country, it's good to have the faith-based group say, hey, this is something we can do. And the people from all over the community come out, whether they believe or not, they come. And that's very gratifying. Cade and Jake love Carson like nobody's business.
If I had to say anything to anybody that had a child or had a sibling like this, I would say, don't lose your temper when they're doing the best that they can.
Love them no matter what. They can aggravate you, but put yourself in their shoes.